At this time, a group of elderly visitors, there were 5 of them, John T-boned the 1997 Chrysler, and these people died on impact. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the deadliest wreck that has happened in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. This wreck happened in 2005 on the Gatlinburg Spur. If you don't know what that is, it's a 4-lane road that goes from Pigeon Forge all the way to Gatlinburg. It's on, both sides. A median separates it. There's like a creek and water. The Gatlinburg Spur is a super dangerous road. It's windy and curvy. There's tourists on the road, so a lot of them don't know how it is. You'll go around a curve and there might be somebody going 30 miles per hour and then somebody comes up behind you trying to run you over. It's so bad it's considered one of the deadliest roads in the whole state of Tennessee, along with another road on Newfound Gap Road. This road is especially bad in the hazardous conditions. It snows a lot in the Smoky Mountains, and add that onto the dangerous road in general, and it's really bad. On one side of it, there's a tunnel. They did road work on that forever. It seemed like traffic was super backed up. It's just an area that you really have to pay attention to. It took the spur almost a decade to even be completed. It was completed in 1961, and the first death happened there in 1960. Thousands of people have been hurt on this road. Hundreds have been killed. They said that there's 1 death per year on this road. So if you think about it, that's over 50 deaths that's happened on this road. And like I said, some people drive super fast on this road, pretty much run you over. They drive reckless, they might be distracted. Just overall bad driving on this road that happens a lot. In March 2005, this is when 2 guys had the bright idea to race on this road. One's name was John Hall and the other's name was Stephen Williams. They were 18 and 19 years old and just really looking to race each other that night. They didn't even know each other. They got to the end of the Gatlinburg Strip right before you enter the spur. They looked at each other, revved their engines up. That witnesses said that they were just staring each other down, just ready to race. These 2 guys were in town for Easter. One was from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and the other was from Lebanon, Tennessee. And it's super rare that I don't have photos in my videos, photos of victims, of suspects. It's just really rare not to have that. I always have things like that in my videos, but this information was so hard to find. We found the names, but like I said, when it comes to photos and things like that, there was really no information. Stephen drove a 1996 Nissan and John drove a 1991 Honda Accord. Witnesses said that they were accelerating, decelerating, just doing real reckless things on this road to the point where they thought something bad might happen. They started changing lanes, their tires were squealing, engines revving them up, slowing down, speeding up, all over the place. Witnesses said that one was in the left lane, one was in the right lane, and they were going well over 80 miles per hour. When they got to the Legion Field Bridge, this is when they were expected to be going even over 80. I don't know if they just didn't pay attention to other cars on the road, if they were just one mindset and just wanting to race just to beat each other, but this is when it got really bad. At this time, a group of elderly visitors, there were 5 of them, pulled out to go across the lanes. They were literally feet from their destination, super close to where they had to be. They pulled out across these lanes, and that's when John and Stephen were just coming down the road so fast. They were going, like I said, over 80 miles per hour at this point. To not see that, that's so scary. I can't imagine that just coming at you that fast. Stephen was able to slam on his brakes and come to a complete stop with no damage at all. But John T-boned the 1997 Chrysler, and these people died on impact. He hit the Chrysler going around 70 miles per hour, and John had a passenger in his car, in his Honda, but they both survived. The victims' ages ranged from 63 to 84. It was 2 couples, and then one of the ladies in there, it was her mother. So they were just trying to enjoy their time in the Smokies. They were from Northern Virginia, and it's just so sad that this was the result of their vacation. So this here is Legion Field Bridge. As soon as the road, got to a straight stretch, that's when they started a race. People said they were going 80 miles per hour or even more. The direction these cars are coming, that's the direction they were racing. And this is when the van, with the Chrysler van with the 5 elderly visitors, pulled out. They got on this straight stretch right here on this road. This is where they started racing. They were going over 80 miles per hour on this super curvy, windy road. one of the cars T-boned them and they died pretty much instantly. The victim's car went more than 80 feet in the lane on impact, and the glass shattered so hard and just caused so much like chaos that it busted out some glass out of another person's car. At this time, Steven sped off and fled the scene. He decided to come back later in another car. I'm assuming it might have been a friend, you know, that drove him back to the scene. It was so sad because once he saw like what happened, once he saw that those people died, I guess just the guilt ate him up, and then he went and turned himself into the police. John Hall was transported to the hospital after the crash. He admitted to doing things like drinking that night, smoking marijuana, just stuff that he should not have been doing, especially while driving. Steven and John pled guilty to all charges. Steven got 8.5 years, and John got right under 22 years. So John got more because he was the one to actually hit the car, and for the people to die, that was his fault for that. It was both of their faults for racing, so that's why Steven got 8.5 years. I tried to look on just inmate lookups and things like that, and I couldn't find anything of them too. I don't know. I mean, I know Steven is out by now because it was 8.5 years, and that was in 2005. But John got 22 years, so if he doesn't get out early, then that should put him getting out, you know, here in about 4 years or so. If you have any information that you want to provide about the case, any photos, if you knew these people personally, just email me. It's in my description, or you can comment, because I would just, you know, like to know more information about these people, and it's so sad that this was their fate. I just want to say I pray for the victims' families. I know this was an awful time in their life, and it still is. I just don't know the status on these inmates. I don't know a lot about it that's not been released, but I can't imagine how these people feel. At this time, I want to do a special shout out to my first Patrons. First up, we have Randy Trent. Next, we have Brooke Turner. And last but not least, we have Troy Smith. If you want your name shouted out like the fellow Patrons, it's as low as $5 a month. Just click the link, and like I said, it's only $5 a month. You can have your name in my video, and the link is in the description. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends if you liked it, and don't forget to check out my next video.